Oh yeah, poor guy. Yeah, we had to cut his leg off, and he died from shock.
That's not what happened. Hi guys.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Unhinged Boys FX Movie Reviews.
And today we're going to be reviewing The Burrows.
The Burrows, which is a old Western movie.
It's
takes place in the 1879, I think.
It is a Western horror movie, and those are kind of rare because there's not a lot of them.
I don't know why I said old. It's not an old movie. I think
it's not an old movie. It's a 2000.
Yeah, the 20-somethings.
2000 something. I don't remember the year.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the plot and stuff, and then we're gonna go into what we liked and everything. As you guys know, of course, most of our reviews are spoiler reviews. Most of the time, because we just want to talk about the movie. Starts off with I think we're a family.
Yeah.
They're chilling or whatever, and then all of a sudden you just hear gunfire.
And then I assume their grandpappy runs in, and they're like, all right.
Guys, you need to get into the cellar.
Get into the cellar. And these are like dirt cellars. And they're just waiting, and all of a sudden, like, something comes through the slats in their house, and one of them gets, like, dragged off or something.
Yeah, because they're in the cellar, and the cellar walls are all dirt.
Yeah.
So they just like get dragged to the walls and shit, and then it's like a day later. Fergus Coffee and some other guy who knows the family go there, and Fergus is like, I guess, like a gun for hire or whatever, or maybe like a criminal.
Yeah. That's
like forced to work with him. But anyway, because they keep saying shit like, I swear to God, we're gonna let you go after this. Whatever fuck you keep fucking up.
We're gonna let you off the payroll.
We'll let you off this. But anyway, they start investigating, they look around, there's no bodies or anything, but there is a weird hole. It's like a spiraled hole.
And then they meet up with an army, and the army seems to think it's
I think the guy's name is Bluecoat. Like the main guy.
Alright. Well, they seem to think that it's Native Americans.
They also have John Clay with them too. And then after they look at all of the stuff in the fucking house or whatever, they leave, and then they meet up with the North Army or whatever. Because I think this is like in between like the Civil War or whatever. But anyway, they're hanging out there, and then they figure out like, well, it might be the Native Americans that are doing this, because there's like a bunch of them going around.
They just automatically assume
they're talking amongst each other with the army and everything, and they start getting theories that like maybe it's the Native Americans, because they've been having problems with them. People have been going around attacking random camps and settlements. So and they're like walking towards, because they're gonna go, I guess, to like a random, like a settlement that they think might know what's going on, or probably the cause of it. And they're going, and then they see like a Native American guy like
on a horse. They kill his horse.
Yeah, they kill his horse before he gets away,
and they capture him, and they
torture him.
They do, and
this guy Walnut.
So our main
cook gives him like some food.
Our main group doesn't agree with like the army's tactics or whatever.
This guy's just really fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's
like,
nuts.
At one point, somebody he's like I said, Walnut, which is like the army's cook, feeds the Native American, and then at one point the general figures it out and sees that, and he's like, God damn it! And everybody's just like, and then John Clay's like, all right, calm the fuck down. All right, I got a gun. Let's chill.
Yeah, he just started crying in this scene.
Yeah, he's like,
he got emotional. He's like, don't you undermine me?
Don't you ever fucking undermine me again? Fight! Take perimeter! Anyway.
Fight! Fuck you!
Fuck you! Anyway, they move past that. They separate from the army because at that point they're like, yeah, they're not gonna help.
Yeah,
There's not
they're
gonna help.
crazy.
We have a better chance of finding these people on our own because they still think that they kidnapped the family or whatever, and
so
they're moving on.
So,
but
they go to find our new like band of people. Go to find the Utes, and they're in this wood line, and all of a sudden they see I'm pretty sure the Utes, Fergus Coffee.
Like sees like a Native American and just starts shooting at him. Yeah, that's what happens. And they're like, no, those are good guys.
Yeah.
And then the Native Americans start shooting at them, and then they kill John Clay, which I was like, no.
Yeah.
He was actually a good actor.
He gets shot in the neck or whatever, and all of a sudden, we're like, he might be okay, and then someone comes up with a tomahawk and just bashes his face in.
Like, Jesus! It was very violent.
I don't think he made it.
No, they're like stuck behind a horse because
Yeah.
they're not sure if they left or not. Which I'm like, why didn't they just go around and start shooting them? I don't understand why. Anyway, they get up from there and then they leave and they meet up with this other Native American chick. And then she's like explaining to them that like there's like burrowers or like the monsters are coming, they're gonna eat you or whatever. And then there's one guy who's like basically the leader of the group. Right
Yeah,
now.
like
I can't remember his fucking name, but he's the guy that's a friends with the family that they're looking for.
The same night they did get he did get attacked or whatever, and so he's marked.
Anyway, they're talking with her, and she's saying that they need to like basically leave.
Yeah.
They need to like get out of here and that they're gonna keep following him, and he's like, nah, he's not saying anything because he speaks Native American.
Yeah.
And none of them else do. So they move on with her in the group now because she knows some shit. And then they get attacked again. And then at this point, and by the way, that guy's like rotting.
Yeah.
Because apparently
the scratches, like, they are the worst part.
Yeah, like if you get scratched by these creatures, they literally
it rots your body
in the inside, and then they spit some ooze in you.
Yeah, and to numb you up. Well, I guess that doesn't really.
And at this point, we find out what the creatures look like. I thought at first they were like these weird bunny creatures.
They look like crickets.
But they're weirdly enough some weird skinless, weird mole men looking things with no eyes that walk on their like front legs, and then they walk on their back legs like they have cricket legs.
Yeah.
And it's like really fucking weird. And they also dig underground, which hints burrows. And why there were so many holes all over the fucking place.
But everyone they take, they are alive and they like just bury.
Yeah, they bury them to basically rot, and then they eventually like they just go underground and they just eat them. They just eat people from underground.
Well, anyway, we're gonna skip to the end now. They
basically meet up with some other Native American people.
They meet up with the Utes
that basically,
or the Ute
that basically capture the guy that got cut, and then they're gonna use him as bait, basically.
Yeah.
And then Fergus is like, nah, fuck it, we can't leave him. So now he's the main character, Fergus, and now he's running towards to go get what's his face, and then basically a huge fight happens. One of the Indian guys gets shot, the other one gets killed, and then the one guy who gets cut, like, basically is just so rotten at this point, he can't move, so he just gets eaten. And Fergus is just like,
he steps in a bear trap, and now he has to deal with all these creatures.
Yeah, and then they eat the one guy, and then it turns out they poisoned him. I guess they put some sort of drug in him. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it drugged all the creatures and made them go to sleep. So
and they were supposed to like spike them.
Fergus just said fucking just
until like
spiking them all, and he's just like, he also doesn't speak Indian, so the guy's telling him to do this because the guy's still alive. He just got shot, the Native American guy, and he's like, do this, do that, and the other guy's like, fuck, I guess I'll just spike him, right? That's what you're saying.
And this is still moving.
And he's like, fuck, I'm fucked. I don't know what to do.
Mind you.
And then the sun comes up.
One of the people Fergus was looking for was his girlfriend or wife.
Yeah.
And obviously, he found like a trinket of her and towards the end of the movie. And she's not probably alive.
Yeah, no, if she is, she's like rotting away in a dirt pile somewhere. Probably actually in the same place that they attacked them. Because as far as I can tell, these things
don't go that far.
As far as I can tell, they don't put their food anywhere farther enough than where the fuck they killed them. It's like they just immediately they kill a guy and then they just drag him somewhere, like it's like 2 feet away, and they bury him.
So Fergus is like, well, this sucks. There's nothing I can do.
And he thinks that they're just gonna get up and kill him again when they stop being drugged.
And so the sunlight starts.
The sun reveals itself and kills all the nasty creatures.
They're basically like the sun just lights them on fire.
Just melts their skin. Just fucking.
They're basically like
vampires.
vampires.
Their bones. Yeah, and then Fergus, I guess, helps the Indian guy up. And takes him to the Native American girl and Walnut. And by the way, Walnut got shot too randomly at one point.
Yeah, because the one guy that was decaying or whatever, because he was they should have just took the gun away from him.
They're just shooting shit. But anyway, and Fergus is like, all right. So he's the only person that knows how to make the drug or whatever to basically stop these things so we can, kill them. And there's more of them out there. So I'm going to go get a doctor. It's going to be 2 days. I'm going to come back. We'll be good. And then he goes. And on the way, he meets up with the army or whatever. I guess they have a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go. Like, I guess he meets up with like half the army, I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure. And then they go back. And then the other half of the army, that's why I say half the army, because there's the other half with the blue coat guy or whatever the fuck his name is. The guy that's like, why'd you feed my Native American? That guy's there. And then he's talking to Fergus. There. Yeah, he's talking to Fergus, and then Fergus looks up and he sees Walnut, and he sees the Indian girl. They're Hun. No, wait. He sees both of the
Native
Americans. They're Hun.
And then he's like, "Where's
Walnut?
Where's Walnut?"
He's like, "Who? Your cook?" Oh yeah, poor guy. Yeah, we had to cut his leg off, and he died from shock.
That's not what happened.
Like what? What?
And then the movie just ends with, like, Fergus, like the camera looking at Fergus, and he's just like, "All this was for nothing."
I guess we're fucked. I mean, the only thing I could do is go somewhere that doesn't have a lot of dirt.
They literally stopped.
Like, he can only live in cities now. He can't go and he can't.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the Wild West. I'm going to New York. I'm going somewhere with fucking concrete.
They literally stopped the only way to, or destroy the only option to, destroy these monsters.
Yeah, because there's only one way. Like, just any other time, because they could just dig. They're also really strong. And by the way, if you got scratched once, you're basically rotting away, regardless if you get paralyzed or not.
Yeah.
And then, that's Burrowers. I gotta admit, this movie actually wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought it'd just be like a very boring, generic movie about I thought it was about killer worms or some shit.
And I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't remember a good bit of it. I seen part of it on TV, and I was just like, I think I remember this.
The Burrows. Yeah, this movie came out in 2008. What did you like, Karen? I liked how violent it was.
I don't know if I like the creature designs.
I don't know. I thought they were interesting. I mean, I feel like they should have been more bug-like.
Yeah, I felt like their face was a little bit
Because
weird.
I feel like because it seems like they were like more humanoid, like they used to be humans, than just fucking creatures that just hang out in the fucking.
They look like monstrous pugs.
They're probably just like mole men.
Or monstrous mole men. Yeah.
I think that's probably just the equivalent of mole men. That's probably what
Yeah.
mole men came. Anyway,
What did I like about it? I mean, I thought Fergus was a pretty good character, and I don't know. I do kind of like old westerns, not old westerns, but I do like westerns. I mean, I thought all the characters, were pretty interesting and whatnot.
I don't know. I think I'll just give it a 6.5.
I'll probably give it a 5 at least.
Because
I don't know how much rewatchability this has, but at least
I mean, I think it's an interesting watch. I mean, it's overall an interesting story, and it kind of got me into it a little bit. But I mean, overall, it's a 2000s movie that was probably made in sci-fi.
But
so,
if you can find this movie, at least watch it once.
it's not gonna be spectacular, but it's a good watch. You're not gonna be disappointed. You're just gonna be.
It's gonna be like at least 2 hours, by the way. I think.
No, it's like an hour and like.
Well, it felt like 2 hours because I really had to pee.
Why don't you just pause it? You can pause it. You're not in the movie theater.
No.
Anyway, with that note, we're gonna end the review, and I hope you guys liked what you've seen. And go to the description. We got our stuff for our gaming channel, our Instagram, our X account, and also our Patreon, which now has a free 7-day trial, so you can watch all of our stuff and see if you like it before you want to pay that $3 a month.
Actually, you don't even have to go in the description for our other channel because it's probably right here.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Or
I forgot.
click on another one of our
I forgot
videos.
about that. Whoa.
Like right here.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.